how much does it play into like your faith? We were at your real estate investor group about a week ago, and you brought in a very unique professional, which is both a CPA and an attorney, which you don't always find.
Not at age 30. No, that guy's pretty accomplished. He's 31 or something like that.
Yep, second generation, working in a family office. And the first thing he said was about the faith that you both share. And I like to hear that. And I think that's it's a nice bond that you both share. How much of a factor do you think that plays in your overall success? There's a quote that comes to mind that is from the Bible that I'm going to botch a little bit, but it's basically saying, like, leave everything at the altar for me, God, how Jesus, and then all else will be had unto you. Like, and I love that quote, man.
How about it? That's got layers of depth to it, doesn't it? And yeah, so for me, faith is really important to me. I am a Christian. I fall short just like everybody else, man. Sometimes you'll hear something come out of my mouth, or with my eyes aren't doing something they should be doing. But I do my best to lead my team and my community that way as well as I can, and I do try to grow that in that way. And if you're not trying to grow in that way, then you have to question what you really believe in my opinion. So for us, that's a mandatory thing in my organization, that you understand my faith. You don't have to agree with it. Everyone that's on my team doesn't have to have a Bible on their desk, but they have to understand and respect other people's faith, and understand that is part of our mission, is to go serve in that way. That's important to me.
Yeah. Is there a reason that, because when you go into any Keller Williams office in the world, at least the ones that I've been in, it is, God, family, business, I think is what it says.
Yeah, it says God, family, then business. Yeah. And that's actually what got me into Keller Williams. I was like, man, that sounds cool. And but I think some people use God just to recruit, and I think that they have a different definition of what that is, or it's a tagline that doesn't come with it. And then like 3 weeks later, I was like, oh man, they're having a Bible study in the conference room there. Cool. They do walk the walk. When we have our National Day of Service, which is on the birthday of Mo Anderson. Mo Anderson has led the National Prayer Breakfast. She's, I think, the vice chairman of the board of Keller Williams. So she's a really strong presence and leader. There's a medal right there. That's my wife and I. We won the Culture Award out of 190,000 Keller Williams agents, like, internationally a couple of years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah. I wish it didn't. Yeah. I wish it didn't happen. It happened because there was something really sad happening in my life, and my wife and I happened to react to it as well as we could. And it became a nice movement to bless someone. That's all. I wish that didn't have to happen, but it did. And so, but they do act on it. Keller Williams does act on it. And when we do our National Day of Service, a lot of times we'll go to a ministry. We'll go to a place. Good Works is one that we use. They do a home ministry in Chester County where they make homes safer, drier, warmer for those that can't afford it. And we'll go in and we'll donate our time. Our team had in the past, prior to COVID, we had gone out and done a lot of that. We'll go into a home, minister to the people while you're fixing things. So, it's about acting on it, man. People, talk about culture, but there's times you got to act on it. Everyone can talk about it. It's easy to talk about culture and read about culture, but you got to do it. And culture can mean a lot of things. It can mean Christianity, it can mean faith, it can mean a lot of different things. But culture can also mean productivity and teamwork. That's also a culture for us. If you're on our real estate team and you're not producing somewhere, then you're out of culture. And we'll have that conversation. I hope that doesn't happen a whole lot. Right. But we try to make sure the right people are on our bus. That's the first thing for me, is when I'm interviewing someone to see if we're a match, I need to know if we're going to be on the same page with culture. If you're not, I don't care if you sell 20 million a year in real estate, you're not for me. I'd rather have the guy that's never sold anything, has the right culture, has the right habits, and I can teach you those habits. So that's really important to me.